Okay, so now we come to the second part of the video for today's asynchronous lecture, okay, which is the last part for the derivative of logarithmic function. Okay, so for this type or the next type of function that we're going to discuss is the derivative of b to the power of x. Okay, b to the power of x. So the derivative for b to the power of x is given by d dx of b power of x is equals to b to the power of x itself multiply with ln b. Multiply with ln b. Maksudnya, katakanlah soalan tu d dx of 4 to the power of x. Okay, so kalau sebelum ni, kalau you jangan tertukar dengan d dx of x to power of 4. Beza tu. So if d dx x power of 4 senang je. 4 turun bawah x, then kuasa tu reduce by 1, 3. You tak boleh nak guna formula yang sama untuk 4 to the power of x, because now the power is no more a constant, but the power is changing with respect to x, power of x tu. So you can't say d dx of 4 power of x is equals to buat turun power x 4 dan kuasa tu turut tolak 1. Ni salah. Alright, where the formula for the derivative for 4 to the power of x is equals to following this formula. So meaning that is equals to, copy balik soalan, 4 to the power of x darab dengan ln 4. Okay, ln 4. This is the example. Okay, based on this, then we have the derivative and integral. Integral terus. Patutnya integral ni dalam chapter 4. Tapi masukkan terus. Of the exponential function for real numbers x exponential. You tahu tak apa itu exponential? Kalau sebelum ni kita tahu natural logarithmic. Y equals to ln x, kan? Ln ni apa dia? This is actually log x base e. E ni yang kita panggil exponential function. Okay, so we have an exponential function. Say kalau macam ni, maknanya kalau kita tukar dalam bentuk index, okay, it will be equals to e to the power of y is equals to x, kan? Kalau kita tukar dalam bentuk index tu. So kalau function, okay, kalau function kat sini, exponential function, biasanya kita ada y equals to e to the power of x. Y equals to e to the power of x. Dia punya derivative is dy over dx. This is part of function yang follow this rule. Okay, sebab dia sama je. E ni constant. Okay, power of x. X the variable. The power is variable. So, the derivative of e to the power of x, maksudnya kita copy balik soalan. E to the power of x multiply dengan ln apa? Ln e. For this case, ln e is equals to what? Ln e here is equals to apa? Ln e ni sebenarnya log e base e. Ni sebenarnya adalah 1. Okay, 1. So meaning to say here, d dx of e to the power of x, we get e to the power of x. Okay, then kalau yang kuasa, okay, yang maknanya dia punya power is not x only, but there's something coming on in terms of a function, dia punya power ni. Okay, in terms of function, katakanlah saya bagi example, y equals to e to the power of 3x, for example. Dia dah tak jadi x je. Okay, so in this case, maksudnya dia punya dy dx is equals to, copy balik soalan, e to the power of 3x darab dengan, kau tengok sini dia punya formula ni, the derivative of e to the power of ux is equals to e to the power of ux, copy balik soalan, and u prime x, maknanya kita differentiate the power respect to x, d dx of x. So dia punya jawapan will be 3 times with e to the power of 3x, because differentiate 3x respect to x, you will get 3. Faham tak? For integration pun sama sebenarnya. When you differentiate e to the power of x only, you will get back e to the power of x. Tapi kalau you integrate e to the power of 3x dx, you will get something else. This one tak apa. KIV dulu kita akan belajar dalam chapter 4. Okay, we'll discuss this in chapter 4. Main concern now, you understand this only first. Alright. Okay, now let's proceed to the example. Okay, so for the first example, we have y equals to x to the power of e plus e to the power of x. Yang ni macam tadilah yang saya tunjuk kat awak tadi. Saya tanya awak, sama tak y equals to x power of 4 dengan y equals to 4 to the power of x. Sekarang ni soalan ni dia combine kan. Dia combine kan, maknanya dy over dx equals to, you have to find the derivative of d dx x to the power of e plus with the d dx of e to the power of x. So yang ni, yang mana yang kita nak guna method yang biasa? Okay, you have to look carefully at the function. For the first function or the first term here, the power, is it a constant or a variable? Dia punya power ni, e. E ni apa? Is it a function? Can we say that, okay, e ni adalah only a constant. E ni sama je lah dengan nombor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because if you press calculator, it will give you 1.4 something if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe, tak ingat lah, 0.7 something or 1 point something. Okay, so meaning that this one, just treat e to is like a constant. So you bring down e, x, then the power of e reduced by 1. So that is the answer. E to the power of e times with x to the power of e minus 1. Whereas for d dx of e to the power of x, macam kita discuss tadi, which is e to the power of x darab dengan the derivative of x, differentiate x, you get 1. Okay, d dx of x, you get 1. And then kalau nak tulis ln e, macam mula-mula kita derive tadi pun, yang ni is equals to 1, yang ni pun equals to 1. So, maknanya jawapan kita adalah e times with x to the power of e minus 1 ni, maknanya you boleh je tulis over x kat bawah lah, plus with e to the power of x. Alright, so this is the answer for for 1. Okay, sekarang saya guna 1. Alright, now let's proceed to number 2. Okay, so for number 2, we have y equals to e to the power of x ln 3. Okay, look carefully at the function here. So, dy over dx is equals to, apa dia punya formula? Copy balik soalan. X ln 3 darab dengan the derivative of d dx x ln 3. Jangan tertipu dengan soalan ni. Ni adalah, ln 3 ni apa? Ln 3 ni is just a constant. Right? Ln 3 tu is just a constant. So, nothing to worry. You can bring it out. Ln 3 dekat luar. Okay, ln 3 you will letak kat luar. So, maknanya you just differentiate x. Ni adalah x darab dengan ln 3. Dia adalah dua function and ln 3 ni adalah constant. So, you may bring it out. So, differentiate x respect to x, you get nothing but it's just 1. So, final answer for this is ln 3 times with e to the power of x ln 3. Tu je lah jawapan dia. Okay, nampak macam complicated kan? So, you have to tilik dia punya soalan. Tengok dulu how many function we have. Is it a two function or ataupun satu function, ataupun dia macam inner function. Okay, you have to analyze first the function. Okay, now we proceed to number 3. Y equals to e to the power of x times with ln x. Okay, so if you look at this function, tengok dulu berapa equation, how many function do we have here? Obviously, kat sini kita ada dua function. Satu is e to the power of x, second function is ln x. So, we are to use the product rule. U equals to e to the power of x, v is equals to ln x. So, u prime differentiate e to the power of x respect to x is e to the power of x itself. And v prime differentiate ln x, you will get 1 over x. Because the derivative of x is 1. Kan, tak payah nak tulis lah. So, maknanya very simple. dy dx is equals to u v prime. Okay, so saya tulis ini e to the power of x over x plus with Allah, kenapalah keluar garis-garis ni? VU prime which is ln x over e to the power of x. Okay. Right? So that's it. That is the answer for number 3. Okay. Okay, so untuk number 4, example number 4, y equals to e to the power of x ln x square plus 1. Nampak tak? So sekarang ni dia punya exponential function, dia punya power tu become more complicated now, but worry not. dy dx, guna je cara yang saya dah cakap tadi, jawapan dia sama dengan copy je balik soalan tu. So it's gonna be e to the power of x ln x square plus 1 darab dengan the derivative d dx of, we are to differentiate the power, so ln x square plus 1. Yang ni berapa function yang ada ni? 2, 3, 4. Okay, x ln x square plus 1. Saya rasa saya tak tekan button play tadi. So saya dah bercakap tadi tapi tak tekan button play. So I have to repeat again ke? You tengok je lah apa ni yang saya dah tulis ni. Okay, so maksudnya to solve this derivative, we let u equals to x, u prime is equals to 1, v blah 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 like this. So we use the product rule to solve the derivative, we get this kan. So we multiply dan dapatlah jawapan ni. Alright, letih dah nak explain lagi. Then you can understand kan. Alright, so now we proceed to number 5. Example number 5. Okay, so for example number 5 here, the function is y equals to x plus square root of x squared plus 1, everything to the power of n. So if we look at the function here, the power, is it a constant or a variable like we have here, here? Okay, so as you can see here, sebenarnya is a constant. So tak ada masalah lah yang ni, tak payah nak guna ln tu. So what you need to do, just bring down the power, copy whatever inside you have, square root of x squared plus 1, and the power you may reduce by 1. And ni macam kuasa 2, kuasa 3, but now we put it as variable, kita kata n. But n, that n constant tu, dia independent of x, so nothing to do with x. But then now we have to differentiate whatever inside we have here. So d dx of x plus square root of x squared plus 1. So dy dx of this is equals to n x plus square root of x squared plus 1 power of n minus 1. Differentiate x ni tak ada masalah, you get 1. Tambah dengan yang ada masalah sikit pun, d dx of x squared plus 1 power of half kat sini. Okay, so but then I think you can solve it sepatutnya lah. Okay, x tambah dengan square root of x squared plus 1 power of n. Saya boleh nak buat benda ni kat bawah, x tambah dengan square root of x squared plus 1 kuasa 1 kat sini kan, kita bring down. So yang ni 1, differentiate x squared plus 1 power of half. Again, tak adalah susah sangat. Okay, yang ni 1 ni remain 1 tambah dengan half, we bring down the power, x squared plus 1 kuasa setengah tolak 1 is negatif setengah, then darab dengan x squared plus 1 differentiate respect to x, you get 2x. Okay, so that is the final answer. Ataupun you can boleh tulis cantik-cantik sikit, you have x tambah dengan square root of x squared plus 1 everything to power of n over x plus with, saya tak faham kenapa keluar garis tu, geramnya. X square plus 1 power of 1 darab dengan 1 plus with 2, and these 2 you may cancel over x over square root x square plus 1. Ni jawapan yang cantik sikit lah. Cantik ke? Okay, rather than you put it this one. Okay, so lagi simplified lah kalau ikut mathematically. Alright, so with this, we've done with the derivative of exponential function punya subtopic lah. Example 16, all question answer. Okay, this time saya baik, saya tak ada bagi any classwork submission so far yet lah. Alright, so that's it for the second part of video for our synchronous lecture today.